What's up guys, welcome to another video, and I just want to apologize the last couple days I haven't had a video, but I had some family in town. I wanted to spend some time with them this weekend, and then also yesterday was Father's Day, so I want to spend time with my dad. But yeah, anyway, we're back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Nightstalker changes in the Destiny June update, and this will round out all of the Hunter changes. And the Nightstalker probably got the most amount of adjustments in this update. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it because there's a lot of stuff to cover. Alright, so talking about the smoke grenade, first of all, they increased the base impact damage by 34%. So if you hit somebody with your smoke, it's going to do more damage. I think that's good. Look at how much damage I do on this Titan. Max armor character takes his shield all the way off completely, and even takes away some of his health. So I think it's definitely really good. You're going to be rewarded for actually hitting them with your smoke and sticking them with it. And yeah, it definitely is a welcome adjustment to it, I think. Anyway, they removed the suppression and damage over time duration they reduced it by 1 second. They removed the jump suppression, which means you can now jump out of smoke grenades, which is something you couldn't do. You can jump, you can shade step, you can just run out of it. Basically, there's more ways for you to dodge being in a smoke grenade, which I'm very happy about because I just thought it was just a little bit too strong. Overall, I think smoke is in a much better place now, and I think it's still very good. It's going to do more damage if you hit them with it, so that's nice. Alright, moving on to the spike grenade now. They changed a couple of things. I think it's a little confusing, the wording. So basically what they did is they made it pulse a little bit less, but they made the pulses do more damage. So basically you're going to do 25 damage per pulse with the spike grenade, and it's actually usable now. It's very similar to a lightning grenade in the way that it works. However, it's just one constant stream of void light as opposed to very big gaps and pulses with the lightning grenade. And I don't know, sometimes like there I think I should have damaged him. I'm not sure why he wasn't taking any damage from my grenade there, but it's a grenade that if they're standing in the radius, it's going to do a lot of damage very quickly. But I don't think it has quite a big of a cone as the lightning grenade, so that's just something to keep in mind. But overall, I think it's a better grenade now. Something a lot of people were worried about was the wombo combo with the changes to the smoke, with you being able to jump out of the smoke now. But honestly, as you can see here, it's definitely still very good. Yes, they could jump out of the smoke, but you think of it more now as a tool to prime somebody and then get them finish them off with like your primary or something like that. But it'll still definitely get one-hit kills for sure. You just got to be very accurate with it, and you'll see. I mean, it's still very, very good. I think it's probably still something that everybody's going to use. So wombo combo, it's not ruined, guys. It's still very, very usable. Don't worry. Alright, so definitely the thing that people were most worried about is the change to shade step. They made it to where you can't shade step twice in rapid succession anymore. There's a 3-second cooldown in between shade steps, but what I found honestly is it's really not that bad. I think a couple people tweeted out that the changes on paper looked a lot worse than what they are when you actually play the game, and I think that's definitely true. The thing about it is shade step was just too strong. You had the ability to shade step out of grenades. You can make people miss with their supers, with their melees. It's very disorienting up close, in close quarters, when you're shade stepping around. You can just live through things that you shouldn't be able to live through with shade step, and it's just a utility that no other subclass in the game has. It just wasn't balanced, and I think now it definitely is. You can't just spam shade step everywhere. You have to deliberately choose when you're going to shade step, and I think that's the main thing that they changed. That I think shade step is definitely balanced now. But yeah, I think that was a good change. I think it was a needed change, and they did even change Twilight Garrison to even balance that out. So I think it's a good change. A lot of people probably don't think so. I know I have an unpopular opinion to most people with Nightstalkers, but I honestly do believe that it's balanced now. Right, and moving on to the last thing, the super tether. it is, well, shadow shot, I guess is the technical term. I feel like it is much, much better now. There is probably one more thing I would change about it, but I'll get to that in a second. As you see here, they changed it to where if you tether a target directly, they immediately get out of their super, which is amazing. I feel like this should have been in there from the beginning. It just never made sense that it was delayed, even if you hit them right on. You'll see there, if you don't hit them right on, it'll still take a second for the tether to activate, and you will die, as you see there too with the Hammer of Soul. But if you hit them directly, you know they're immediately going to be out of their super, and that is great. I love that change. In fact, it's the only change they made to the super, but it's a good one. The only other thing I would say is if you hit them directly, direct impact, I feel like they should die, even if they're in a super. Just things like I hit that Blade Dancer a minute ago and he lived. I had to finish him off with a primary, and then, you know, sometimes you'll tether a self-res and they'll have a couple shots you'll have to put into them to finish them off. I just feel like if you hit them in the body, they should die no matter what. So maybe if they just increase the damage on it, I think that would probably fix all my complaints about the super itself. Like, the super is in a good spot. You know, it's a shutdown super. It's definitely very strong if placed correctly. And I feel like Nightstalkers in general are in a good spot now. Wombo combo is still usable. Instead of getting all one-hit kills, you know, with it, you know, you might have to go in, finish them off, but it's definitely going to get them no shield. It's going to get them primed to go in and get a kill. The spike grenade is a lot better now. The smoke is better now. Even though, you know, they can escape from it a little bit better, you'll do more damage if you hit them with it. And I just think Nightstalker's in a good spot. You know, you still have Shade Step. You know, the super, the grenades, the smoke, it's all good. So I feel like, you know, it's still going to be one of the strongest subclasses in the game for sure. Compared to Gunslinger and Blade Dancer, I would say it's probably just as good as Gunslinger, if not better. And then it's probably a little bit better than Blade Dancer. But, I mean, don't just take my word for it. Go out and test out all three subclasses yourself. I'm just sort of giving my opinion on these things. And, you know, you go out and you play, you figure it out on your own. Because if you've been maining Blade Dancer, just because I think it's the weakest subclass of the three right now doesn't mean you can't be successful with it. So I would play yourself, and I would really just try to see what feels best for you, what your play style is, what fits best, and you know, I feel like you could be successful with all three of these subclasses. It's just whatever you want to choose. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like on the video. If you found it helpful, then just, you know, maybe share it with one of your friends that may have some questions. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on another video.